Hello, this is AJ. Welcome to the next lesson. This one is called Plateaus. Now, this is a subject we've talked about a little bit, but I want to talk more about it. This idea of plateaus. A plateau is a flat area that usually is kind of up on top of a mountain. So, for example, you go up a big hill and you're going up, and then suddenly it's flat. And it's a big, long, flat area that's kind of high up. Now, a plateau in learning is something that all of you have experienced. Because it's normal when we learn that we learn a lot suddenly, and then we have a plateau, a flat spot. It feels like we're not learning, right? We're studying, but we feel like we're not improving. And that happens for a while, and then suddenly, boom! We go up again. We start learning fast, and then another plateau, right? We're trying to learn. We're studying, but nothing seems to be happening. Another flat part. And then boom, we go up again. We start learning very fast. And that's the normal process of learning. We have these times where we seem to be improving very quickly, and then we have plateaus where everything feels flat. It feels like nothing's happening. Even though we may be working very hard, we may be studying very hard, but it feels like nothing's happening. This happens in sports a lot. So if you're a runner and you're training to run a race, well, when you first start to run, of course you improve very quickly. We always feel like we're improving fastest in the beginning when we're just starting because we know nothing. So of course, any improvement feels very big. But then later, we start getting to an intermediate level, and we hit a plateau, a flat area. Feels like nothing's happening. So we keep trying, we're trying, but it feels like nothing is happening. But if we're patient, if we keep practicing, we keep studying, then boom, we will have another fast period of growing and improving. And again, this happens in sports, it happens in language learning, it happens in all kinds of learning. And a man named George Leonard wrote about this experience in his book, Mastery. So the book is Mastery, and the writer, George Leonard. I've mentioned him before, but I'm going to read a section again, and I want to talk about this again because plateaus can be very frustrating. It's one of the difficult things that most English students, and really most students for any subject, encounter. Because it can be frustrating, it can make you feel like you're, not improving, it can hurt your motivation. So you need to be ready for plateaus. You need to know how to solve this problem. How should you feel when you have a plateau in your English learning? Because a lot of people get frustrated and then they quit. And so they never become masters. They never have English mastery. They never speak excellent English. So it's a very important topic. I want to talk about it some more. So let me read a little more from Mastery by George Leonard, and then I will talk more about this topic. Here we go. In preparing an Esquire magazine special on the topic of mastery, I decided to see if I could find a series of pictures that would illustrate the idea of mastery. So I went through hundreds of pictures from major photo agencies. And there, scattered among the usual thrill of victory, agony of defeat shots, was just what I was looking for. Pictures of athletes that showed the idea of mastery. For example, Stephen Scott making the last turn in a mile race. His face serene, his body relaxed. Or Greg Louganis at the edge of the diving board, his face in calm concentration. Or Peter Vidmar doing floor exercises, his body in an impossibly strenuous position, his face composed. Or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar launching his skyhook basketball shot over the head of an opposing player. His face a picture of inner delight. Now, Abdul-Jabbar is not a man of small ego. And I'm sure he loved the money, the fame, and the privileges his career brought him. But he loved the skyhook more. Goals, as I have said, are important, but they exist in the future and in the past, beyond the senses. Practice, the path of mastery, exists only in the present. You can see it, hear it, smell it, feel it. To love the Plateaus is to love the eternal now, to enjoy the inevitable spurts of progress and the fruits of accomplishment, then serenely accept the next plateau that waits just beyond them. To love the plateau is to love what is most essential and enduring in your life. Okay, very interesting. So that's Plateaus by George Leonard from his book Mastery. And what he's saying is that it's fun to have a big spurt of learning, right? To learn something very quickly. But we must also learn to enjoy the plateaus. Right? It's good to have goals, but we have to learn to enjoy the plateaus. We have to learn to enjoy the times when we're just studying, just practicing, and we feel like we're not improving. We're not improving quickly. Now, some people get frustrated during those times. If you get frustrated, eventually you will quit. You just won't learn fast. Because actually, during plateaus, research has shown, during these plateaus, you are actually learning very quickly. Your brain is learning so much new information. But your brain is not ready to show it yet. Right? Inside your brain, many new connections are happening. You're actually learning very, very quickly, but it's happening subconsciously. During the plateaus, you are learning subconsciously. So you can't really talk about what you've learned, and maybe you can't use it yet. So for example, with English. During a plateau, you feel like you're not learning. But if you're listening and listening and listening, actually you are learning. Subconsciously, your brain is understanding the grammar more and more. Your brain is understanding more and more vocabulary. Your brain is learning better and better pronunciation. But there's a gap, there's a delay between understanding and using. So for example, your listening will be improving very fast, but your speaking, nothing's happening. You feel like nothing's happening. I still can't speak well. And you get frustrated. This happens with a lot of students. But the problem is that they give up, or they go back and they start to use old methods and they try to force themselves to speak. And that only makes you learn more slowly. You have to trust the plateaus. If you use the correct methods, if you follow the effortless English system, and you listen and you listen and you listen, and you read, subconsciously, you will be learning very quickly. You'll be understanding more and more and more. But there will be a gap. There will be a delay between your subconscious learning and then your speaking improvement. That's why we have a 6-month guarantee, not a 1-month guarantee. Because it takes about 6 months for all of this subconscious learning to suddenly, boom, create better speech. It will happen automatically. It will happen effortlessly. The speaking part happens automatically. You don't need to worry about it. So it's very important to enjoy the process. That's what George Leonard is talking about. You must enjoy the process of learning, not just the final goal. We've talked about having very strong, powerful goals. That's very important. It's equally important to enjoy the process of learning. Because if you have a great goal, but you hate the process, if you just hate studying, you hate listening, you're not going to succeed. You'll quit. Every day you have to just love listening to English. You have to enjoy the process every day, every minute. That's why you change your physiology. That's why I give you interesting topics, not just boring dialogues, not just boring textbook stuff. I'm trying to give you ideas and information that will be useful and interesting to you. Why? So you will enjoy the process of learning English. So you will focus on the content. So you will focus on the information, not on learning the language. Because learning the language happens automatically. If you listen, if you follow our system, you will learn English automatically. You will speak better automatically. So my job as the teacher is to make the process as interesting and fun and enjoyable as possible for you. That's why I yell and scream. That's why I have these crazy stories. That's why I pick topics that are meaningful, that will help your life, not just your English. Because I know the more you find the content interesting, the more interesting and useful the topics are, the more funny or crazy or loud or entertaining the stories are, the more you will enjoy the process of learning. You'll want to listen just because it's fun, just because it's interesting. So that's what you must do. You must find English that's fun and interesting or useful to you. You've got to enjoy it every day. You must be smiling as you listen to English, as you read English. That's what George Leonard is talking about. Enjoying the plateaus, enjoying the process of your life. Not just learning English. Everything you do, you've got to learn to enjoy the process because right now, this is your life. Not in the future, not in the past. Right now, this is your life. So you should be smiling now. You should be standing tall now. You should be breathing deeply now. You should be enjoying yourself now. You should be interested now. You should be excited now. You should be moving your body now. Now is when the learning happens. Okay. Well, I hope you are enjoying this process step by step with Effortless English. And I hope when you go and you find reading material that you're finding interesting reading material, fun, easy novels, not boring textbooks. Please, this is so important. Be sure to enjoy the process of learning every minute, every day. All right. I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, welcome to the mini story for Plateaus. Let's get started. Alan was in agony. His back hurt all the time. Did Alan feel good? No. He felt terrible. He was in agony. He was in terrible pain. He felt terrible pain. He was in what? He was in agony. Who was in agony? Alan. Alan was in agony. So, did Alan feel great or was Alan in pain? He was in pain. He was in agony. He felt terrible pain. Why was Alan in agony? Well, because his back hurt. His back was in agony. It hurt so much. Oh. What hurt? Alan's back. Alan's back hurt. In fact, Alan was in agony. Who was in agony? Alan. Alan was in agony. Why? Because his back hurt all the time. Did his back hurt a little bit? No, not a little bit. He was in agony. Terrible, horrible pain. His back didn't hurt a little bit. His back hurt a lot. He was in agony. Oh, terrible. Every day. So, Alan went to a doctor in Los Angeles. He said, "Doctor, I'm in agony. Help me." The doctor said, "Alan, don't do any strenuous exercise. Stay in bed." What did the doctor say? The doctor said, "Don't do any strenuous exercise. Stay in bed." Did the doctor want Alan to do strenuous exercise? No, he didn't. He said, "Don't do any strenuous exercise. Don't do any tough, difficult exercise." Who said, "Don't do any strenuous exercise. Stay in bed"? The doctor in Los Angeles. Who did he say that to? To Alan. He said to Alan, "Don't do any strenuous exercise." What kind of exercise did he want Alan to avoid? He wanted him to avoid strenuous exercise. He said, "Don't do any strenuous exercise. Stay in bed." Why did he want Alan to avoid strenuous exercise? Well, to help his back, to help his back pain. He wanted to help Alan heal his back pain. So he said, "Don't do any strenuous exercise. Stay in bed." And so Alan did not do any strenuous exercise. He stayed in bed for 11 months. He ate in bed. He drank in bed. He worked from his bed. But still, after 11 months, he was still in agony. Oh, my back. Oh. Alan was still in agony after 11 months of avoiding strenuous exercise. And so he went to Monterey, California, to another doctor. He said, "Doctor, I'm in agony. My back, oh, it's killing me. It hurts." This doctor said, "Alan, if you are lazy and you stay in bed all day, back pain is inevitable. You must exercise." He said, "If you are lazy and you stay in bed all day, back pain is inevitable." Did the Monterey doctor want Alan to exercise? Yes, he did. He said, "You must exercise." He said, "If you don't exercise, back pain is inevitable. Back pain will not be avoided. back pain is 100% sure to happen if you don't exercise. If you don't exercise, what is inevitable? Back pain. Back pain is inevitable if you don't exercise. If you don't exercise, is back pain inevitable? That's right, it's inevitable, unavoidable. Back pain is inevitable if you don't exercise. Is a headache inevitable if you don't exercise? No, not a headache. A headache isn't inevitable if you don't exercise. Maybe you won't get a headache. But back pain is inevitable if you don't exercise. If you don't exercise, you will surely, 100% definitely, have back pain. That's what the Monterey doctor said to Alan. He said, back pain is inevitable if you are lazy and you stay in bed all day. You must exercise! So Alan began to exercise every day. He trained for a marathon. Every day he ran more and more and more. The back pain was terrible and enduring. Did his back pain continue for a long time? Yes, it did. It was enduring. Was his back pain short-term, temporary, or long-term, lasting a long time? Well, it was long-term. It was enduring back pain. It continued to happen for a long time. What was enduring? Alan's back pain. Alan's back pain was enduring. It continued for a long time. Whose back pain was enduring? Alan's. Alan's back pain was enduring. It continued for a very long time. Was it temporary or was it enduring? It was enduring. It was enduring back pain. But still, Alan continued to run every day. He trained for a marathon every day. Finally, his pain started to improve. But it did not improve steadily. Did Alan's pain improve steadily? No, it did not. It did not improve steadily. How did his pain improve? His pain improved in spurts, suddenly, in short spurts. Did his pain improve steadily, or did his pain improve in spurts? His pain improved in spurts. Suddenly it improved. And then again, suddenly it improved. And then again, suddenly it improved. It improved in spurts. What improved in spurts? Alan's pain. Alan's pain improved in spurts. How did it improve? In spurts. His pain improved in spurts. So it would improve suddenly, and then nothing. And then later improve again suddenly, and then nothing. And then later improve again suddenly, and then nothing. Until one day, finally, Alan ran a complete marathon, and he felt great. No pain, no back pain. In fact, Alan felt serene during the entire race. Was Alan in agony during the marathon? No, he was not in agony. He felt serene. He felt calm and relaxed. Did Alan feel serene during the race, or was he in agony during the race? He felt serene during the race, very calm. Who felt serene during the marathon? Alan did. Alan felt serene during the marathon. Why did he feel serene? Well, because he had no pain. He had no back pain. So, he felt very serene. When did Alan feel serene? During the marathon race. During the marathon, he felt serene, very calm. He was not in agony anymore. He finished the race, and after that, he never had back pain again. Alan was serene, calm, and very, very happy. And that is the end of the mini story for Plateaus. I hope you are feeling serene, calm, and happy. I hope you are smiling with a big smile, and your shoulders are back, and you're breathing deeply, and you're moving your body. And I hope you do this every time you listen to my lessons, every time you listen to English, every time you speak English. Control your physiology to control your emotions. See you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, this is the point of view lesson for Plateaus. Let's begin. Since he was 20, Alan has had terrible back pain. He has been in agony every day. It started when he was 20 years old, and it has continued. And so he has been in agony every single day. He has been in agony because his back has hurt. Terrible pain. He has had terrible, terrible back pain. When did his pain begin? When he was 20. When he was 20, he began to have back pain. It has continued every day after that time. So his back pain has continued. He has been in agony this entire time. During this entire time, from 20 until recently. Well, because he has been in agony all the time, he needed help. So one day he went to a doctor in Los Angeles. He went to the doctor and he said, "Please help me. My back is killing me. I am in agony." And the doctor said, "Don't do any strenuous exercise. Stay in bed." Alan followed the doctor's advice. He stayed in bed for 11 months. But after 11 months, he was still in agony. So next, he went to a doctor in Monterey, California. And the Monterey doctor said, "If you are lazy and you stay in bed all day, back pain is inevitable. You must exercise." Well, Alan was in agony. He needed help. And so he followed the Monterey doctor's advice. Alan trained for a marathon. Every day, he ran and he ran and he ran. Now, the back pain was enduring. It continued for a long time. But finally, the pain improved. It didn't improve steadily. No, it improved in spurts. Suddenly, the pain improved a lot. And then nothing. And then again, suddenly, the pain improved a lot. It improved in spurts. Finally, one day, Alan ran a marathon. And he felt great. He had no pain. In fact, Alan felt serene during the entire race. And he remained serene, calm, and happy for the rest of his life. Okay, that is the end of our first point of view story. The next one goes into the future. Let's begin. Next year, there will be a guy named Alan. He's gonna be in agony. His back will hurt all the time. He will constantly feel pain. He'll be in total, complete agony. Well, finally, one day, he's going to go to a doctor in Los Angeles. And the doctor will say, Alan, don't do any strenuous exercise. Stay in bed. Alan will follow the doctor's advice. He'll stay in bed for 11 months. But after 11 months, he'll still be in agony. So next, he's going to go to a doctor in Monterey, California. That doctor will say, Alan, if you're lazy and you stay in bed all day, back pain is inevitable. You must exercise. Alan will follow the Monterey doctor's advice. He'll train for a marathon every day. Every day he's going to run and run and run. But the back pain will be enduring. It will continue for a long, long time. Until one day, finally, it'll improve. But it won't improve steadily. It'll improve in spurts, suddenly. And then nothing. And then another spurt. It will improve suddenly. Finally, the day will come. And Alan will run a marathon race. During the marathon race, he's going to feel fantastic. He's going to feel great. He'll have no pain. He'll feel serene during the entire race. And afterwards, he will remain serene and calm because he will never be in agony again. And that is the end of our point of view stories for Plateaus. Again, listen carefully, hear the changes, notice what's happening, but don't think about grammar rules, please. That will make you learn more slowly. Just listen, notice, notice. That's all you need to do. All right, hope you enjoy these lessons, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.